What is up, YouTube? My name is Paige and welcome back to my booktube channel. If you're new to the channel, I am making these videos to encourage myself to share my thoughts on my reading while I re-embarked on my reading journey. I am kind of restarting reading after a long, way too long break, and I've been reading a handful of books every month and reviewing them on here, and I hope you're all enjoying that. So this month, I'm doing a little bit of a catch-up. I've been setting myself some TBRs every month this year, well, since February anyway, and I haven't gotten to all the books that I've been putting on my monthly TBRs. So this is going to be a short little video just showing you the books that I'm working on now. Most of them are books that I just didn't get to when they originally were on my TBRs. So the first book was a book from last month, and it is one that I wasn't planning on finishing anyway in 1 month, and that is Bleak House by Charles Dickens. It's a long one. It is about a long-standing court case. It has spanned generations of this family, and at this point, there's not a lot of people left in the family. And we follow the life of an orphan and her 2 cousins, and it's, so far, pretty interesting. The next one, I didn't get to it all, and this was part of my April TBR, and that TBR was based on judging books by their covers. This cover I thought was really cool. This is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed. I barely started this book in April. However, the pages that I did read, just up to here, were awesome, and I'm excited to get back into it. This book, I actually purposely don't know what it's about because I was supposed to be judging it by its cover, and I'm keeping it that way. So far, it's been about a woman who is under suspicion of kidnapping in a grocery store. She's a black woman who's under suspicion of kidnapping the white girl she is babysitting, and that is really as far as I've gotten. It's just the very beginning of the book. The Heaven and Earth Grocery Store by James McBride. I've talked about it a little bit. I've only gotten a little ways into it. This is a book I'm reading right now. It was part of my TBR last month, and I'm going to finish it this month. So far, it is about a Jewish community that borders a black community in a place called Pottstown. We very early on discover that there has been a body found at the bottom of a well, and we don't know who the body belongs to. The body is found in the 1970s, and we jump back in time to just after the war and kind of look at what the music scene is like, how the Jewish community and the black community intermingle, and how they don't. And so far, it's been really interesting, and it has opened my eyes to the fact that I know very little about the Jewish and black communities in this part of the United States, or really any part of the United States. So that's a big blind spot for me that I'm trying to fill this year with my reading. Next is a book that I am reading as part of a book club that I'm in. It's like a 3-person book club with my mom and my cousin and myself, and we do it virtually because they live really far away. So my mom's choice, it's our 3rd book club so far, our 3rd meeting, and her choice is The Smallest Lights in the Universe by Sarah Seeger, and it is a memoir. It's about this astrophysicist who's from Toronto originally, which is kind of near where I live, and she moves to the United States to study what are called exoplanets, so planets that are only visible because of how they interact with stars around them. And it's her life, how she grows her family, how her experience growing up as a person with undiagnosed ASD, autism spectrum disorder, and growing into adulthood knowing that she was different but didn't know how quite to explain it, and how that impacts her career and her relationships in her family, as well as her romantic relationships. And so far, I'm about a 1/3 of the way through it, and it's been really, really good. So looking forward to finishing that. Lastly, we have 2 books. This is a duology by Lisa Jewell, The Family Upstairs and The Family Remains. This was our 2nd book in our book club. I did finish this in the month of May. The book that I'm going to read this month, or maybe in June and July, and this is Lisa Jewell's The Family Remains. So this book continued into the 2nd story. So it's about a woman who, I don't want to give away too much. It's about a woman who finds out that she inherits a home from her biological family, And it's also about a woman who lives in Spain who has been living essentially in the streets with her 2 children. And it is also about the boy who lived in the house belonging to now this woman who was adopted as a child. And this is the continuation. I would seriously recommend this book. Like we like ate this book. It was amazing. It is so excellently written. She chooses her words so carefully, and it was beautiful. Like, this was a beautiful book, on top of it just being a thriller. But it was so lovely. If you like Ian Rankin, this might be for you. Excellent book. My plans. Oh my goodness, I don't think I'm gonna read all of that. But Bleak House, probably not the whole thing, but the other 4 I will definitely get through this month. I have a good feeling about it, and very excited to read every single one of those. Yay! If you like this video or any of my other videos, please consider liking and subscribing. Read along with me. If any of those books sounded interesting to you, pick them up. Tell me what you thought of them. Ask me questions about what I thought of them. Join me on Instagram. The link is in the bio. I review all my books on Goodreads. I don't always write like extensive reviews. Those you can find in these videos. And please join me on my social medias and come back for another video as soon as you like. Subscribe, comment below if you have any comments, questions, or possible future dilemmas. Thank you so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!